Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear, and I'm here to assemble a jigsaw puzzle. I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote into chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. Hey, if you're not yet a subscriber, you can just say hi. You can use other people's emotes if you feel like being a lurker. You can go ahead and lurk. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Happy to have you here as always. It is a Thursday evening, and I am currently at 35 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up at 40. So if you want to become a subscriber, you could. If you don't want to become a subscriber, then don't. If you want to gift a sub to somebody in the community, you could do that. If you just want to watch the streams and not do any of that stuff, yeah, do that too. That's cool. Tonight's agenda. We are continuing to work on the Magic the Gathering Legendary Creatures Jigsaw Puzzle. We have put the border done. We are slowly starting to fill in with what I like to call the easy pieces. These are pieces that have like words that are like names of the card or descriptions that are easy to identify, or like maybe it's got like the mana cost or something, and you're like, oh, okay. Or it says like, oh, this is a 6/6, and it's like, okay, I can figure that out. And then we'll move into the harder stuff. Let's go to the overhead camera while we're here. So as you can see, I have the overhead camera here in a way that I can see you can see almost every piece that's been laid out. The border's a little light, but you can still see it. So we're looking at that thing. I did a little rearranging to try to get to look at this. So as you can see, I have some pieces here on the sides, and these pieces have information that is pretty easy for me to identify. I have another pile here of cards, or of jigsaw pieces, and these are things that like are going to be a little bit harder because they are just like, I would have to look through the legend that I have, and because this is like just card art, pure card art. So we have some of those, or like this. I don't think I can do this early, but later I'll be able to figure out where this goes, that kind of thing. And then, unfortunately, a bigger pile than this is the pieces that are like very difficult. I have no idea what that's going to be, or they are part of the middle of our legends and just like not going to be easy to do. Like the pieces that I will do last are these pieces in the middle, and those will just be a lot of like, oh, I think this goes here, oh, I think that goes there. And then also where some of the effects happen here, it makes it a little harder to read. I do have my magnifying glass, which I will be using throughout this project. And I do have, again, the legends, which I will be referring to quite often. Looking at what we've got here, we've got a nice little chain going on some parts. This whole thing is connected, which is really rad. We've got all of this connected here that goes all the way over and is actually touching, and that's great. So we're doing good here. We have actually, at this point, no completed card. There is no card here that is actually done. We are close. We're almost done with this card. We were close over here. We need, I think, 2 more pieces, or like a couple more pieces for Judith. We're on our way for Judith, the Scourge Diva. But we're making some progress. I managed to get this section connected, which was good. This section here will be connected soon. That'll be good. So yeah, making some progress. Doing my best to figure this stuff out. And you know what? Honestly, let's just fucking get into it. Let's just get started. Okay, so this says Unbowed. One of these cards is an Unbowed. Is that on the bottom here? Yes, that is Rurik, the Unbound. Rurik Thar, the Unbound. So that goes here. And does that go? That does go there. Great. This piece we've had for a while just kind of floating. Now it's connected to something. Excellent. We love that. Already off to a good start. Okay. So a card has Lunarch. Lunarch. So we are now looking for a card. The Lunarch card. So we're now going to look for the card that is Lunarch, which I don't remember Again, I have played some Magic the Gathering. It's been a very long time. I'm culturally aware of some cool, weird cards, but I am not, as far as legendary creatures, I am not like an expert. Lord Creston's here. Hey, Lord Creston, happy to have you here. Once again, we are looking for Lunarch. Lunarch. One of these is Lunarch. That's not Emrakul. Ah! Macias, the Lunarch. That's a human cleric. That's over here. Ooh, does that go right there? It does go right there. Yay! We love that. All right. Okay, this is for a Goblin Wizard. We are now going to look for a legendary creature, of course, that is a Goblin Wizard. And also the card art there. Are you a Goblin Wizard? No. No. Go to their side. Wait, is this? No, that's an Ogre Warrior. Ah! Mizzix is a Goblin Warrior, or Goblin Wizard, I should say. So that's not here. That goes here. Okay. Great. Good. I'm just picking stuff here. Okay. This actually might be a little bit of a challenge, and that's nice to have a challenge piece here. We have some card art. It is a 4-cost. This should be in the difficult pile, but we will look. We will look for matching here. We're going to start with a 4 and a blue. But yeah, this might be a bit of a difficult search here. But we'll look for a 4 and a blue. 4 blue, death. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is part of our Dragon Lord up here then. So that's going to be the second Dragon Lord. So that's over in here. So I'll put this aside just for a second. I think... Ooh, wait. Is this wrong? That's not the right card art. It's a different 4 and a blue. Because there's a piece of a 4 and a blue over here. Okay. Great. See, I was almost wrong. That's 4 and a green. Okay, let's look at the other side. Flip this thing over. See what we can find here. Okay, is it this one? No, it's not that one. Wait, is it? Yes, it's over here. It's right up there. Hooray, we did it. I did think that tonight we could talk a little bit about WrestleMania. I talked about night 1 of WrestleMania, which is happening this weekend. Reminder, no stream on Saturday. I'm going to be watching WrestleMania nights 1 and 2 on Saturday, so I will not be streaming on Saturday evening here. But this will be Sunday evening is night 2 of WrestleMania. Card subjects change, of course. We are looking for the Traitor King. While I talk about some professional wrestling, I will also be looking for the Traitor King. We do have a 6-match card. It might be 7. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens was supposed to be happening at WrestleMania. Would have been night 2, I guess. But Randy Orton currently does not have an opponent because, right now, Kevin Owens is getting a second opinion about major surgery that could be his retirement. That is not kayfabe. That is for shoot. We send our love to Kevin and hope that he makes a speedy and safe recovery, and that his quality of life gets better in or outside of the ring. All right. The Traitor King is Cedrus. Cedrus the Traitor King. You're over here. You're this piece right there. We did it. So there are only 6 matches now. it could be that Randy Orton ends up in a surprise match. So Nick Aldis has been batted around. He never really retired as a wrestler. He just moved to WWE and doesn't work as a wrestler here. So it's certainly a possibility. It could be him. All right, we are looking for a shaman. We are looking for, I believe, a human shaman. This is a test of my abilities here. Can I look through this and find a shaman card? There are some shaman, and we'll see if we can find this one here. This one is a bit of a challenge, but we'll look through all of the ones that say shaman and see if any of these fit the bill. Maybe it's over here. Could be over here. It is over here. Great. That wasn't hard. So we don't know who Randy's going to face. It could be Nick Aldis. Could be a debuting Jeff Cobb or Hikuleo. Hikuleo has been supposedly in WWE for a while and hasn't debuted. Jeff Cobb is apparently in WWE. We don't know. Could be Sheamus. Sheamus is not on the WrestleMania card. He could just come out and be like, hey, Randy, let's have a match and just have a nice, fun guy versus guy match. It could be that. We don't know. But we do know some of the matches that are on the card here. Okay, so this is going to be a dragon card. Is this the Elder Dragon here? Did I just immediately find it? Do I have good luck? No. It's not there. So I got to look for another dragon. There's another Elder Dragon over here. Is it this? No. Maybe it's here? Yes, that does look right. Okay, goes there. Excellent. Gonna go like that then. Something like that. Okay. But we can't talk about the card that we do know about. We do know the opponents for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. There was a gauntlet, and Bayley and Lyra Valkyria ran the gauntlet. So Liv and Raquel are defending their women's tag championship against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. My assumption. Okay, so we got a creature, human S. That could be a human shaman, but we'll do this. We'll find a human, and then we'll look to see if the card art matches up. So we're looking for a human S, which I believe is human shaman. But there's only so many human shamans on here. All right, this does look like it might be one of our nest tenders. So we got two nest tenders. It wouldn't be this nest tender. So it might be this nest tender. It is this nest tender. There it is. Great. Is that 6-7 matches for one night, the whole show? Lashbrook, that is 7 matches on night 1, 6 matches on night 2. We are looking at a 3 to 4 hour show per night for WrestleMania. Right now there are 13 matches on the card over 2 nights, which for WWE is a lot of matches. For AEW, that's like a normal thing. There are no pre-show matches. NXT is running a pre-show match, but WWE is not running any pre-show matches. There might be a surprise one, but right now we don't know that. Liv and Raquel are going to retain, and I think either Bayley or Lyra are going to turn on the other after the match, be mad that they lost, and set up a feud between the two of them. Hopefully it's Lyra, who is a good heel. Bayley is a phenomenal heel, but I'm not necessarily ready for Bayley to be heel again because she was heel for so long, and she has only been a babyface for a little while. So, if I had my way. Hey, speaking of Nest, it's another Nest card, and since this one's pretty set up, it's got to go over here. There it is, Nest Tender. Go over there. All right, so we were looking for a 4. We're looking for a 4, and then above it is a add a 4. So we're going to look for a 4-cost card here that above it has a card that has health 4. So we'll look for all that. There, 4. 4 that's a 3/4. Is this the... Did I get this? No, that's wrong. Because it's got some skulls. It's 4 and 2 skulls. So that was not right. I thought maybe immediately I got it correctly, which would have been very funny. Next match, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. This is just a one-on-one contest. Logan Paul is going to win. A lot of heels are going to win at this show. There will be some babyface victories, some title changes, some retention, but I do think this show is going to have a lot of heels winning, which feels kind of fine for the time. It's not always the best for WrestleMania to have a bunch of heels win, but I think like there's going to be some big heel wins on this particular show, the second night. So I think Logan Paul is going to win. AJ Styles does not need to beat Logan Paul. Logan Paul doesn't need to wrestle and doesn't need to be there, of course, and we would love it if he wasn't. But it does feel like if you're going to have Logan Paul on that show in a one-on-one with AJ Styles is going to sell and make Logan Paul look like $1 million. Logan Paul also does fucking know, he does a good job as a wrestler. I hate him as a person. He's deplorable, of course, but he can work, and that is frustrating. And I wish he sucked at wrestling, so there'd be a good justification for him not being around. But unfortunately, the man can fucking professional wrestle. All right, I can't fucking find this piece. I'm looking here. I'm gonna look even harder for a 4 with 2 skulls. I'm just trying to find a 4 with 2 skulls, and I can't even find that, let alone the one that fits here. Okay, so it's not that. It's not that. It's not over there. I'm just looking at all of the 4 costs cards and trying to find this piece. Braun Breaker is defending the WWE Intercontinental Championship against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. This one's a tough one. If Braun Breaker does lose his title, he will not be pinned. Braun will not take the pinfall in this match. That's pretty much, to me anyway, a guarantee that Braun is not eating this loss here. Okay, I found it. The reason why I couldn't find this card is because it's literally on the shoulder of the guy. It's right over here. It's like right there. So I don't know where the guy goes, and I don't know where this goes. But like, it's part of the shoulder. So it's like somewhere around here. It is below, like it's around here. This is a bad placement, but that's kind of where it is. No wonder why I couldn't find it. All right. This card here. Mizzix, that's over here. I know where Mizzix lives. Mizzix lives over there. Great. So, I don't think Penta is winning his first title at WrestleMania. I think Penta is going to feud with whoever wins, whichever heel, Finn Balor or Dominic Mysterio. I think Penta will feud with them eventually. But I do not think Penta is winning his first title in AEW in his first year at WrestleMania, even though it's fucking Penta and people are so fucking stoked and he's being presented so well in WWE. I just don't think he's winning that belt. So in my mind, it's either Finn Balor or Dominic Mysterio, and they will one of them will kind of like screw the other one over in order to get the pinfall on the other, starting up a mini feud in that way. Because I think Braun Breaker is moving on. I think Braun Breaker is going to be challenging for a world title this year. So I think Braun Breaker will move on, and then Penta and Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio will be in there. Now, the smart money would be on Dominic Mysterio pinning Finn Balor. But I think it will be Finn pinning Dominic. And I think Finn Balor is walking out there the Intercontinental Champion. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre are wrestling in a Sin City street fight, which is appropriate for this feud to have it be a street fight. I'm very excited about that part. Damian Priest is the babyface. Damian Priest is walking out of there champion, or not champion, as the winner. All right, we were looking for a flavor text that ends in their knees. Their knees. So we're looking for just cards that have flavor text in the bottom and has the text their knees in there. This should be fairly easy to find because it's not a quote. It's just flavor text here. Their knees. It is Cedrus, the Traitor King. So it's it's right over here. Hell yeah. Now all of this is connected. From here all the way over to here. It's all connected. It's great. Yeah, this will be a good street fight. Look, I would love to have Drew McIntyre with a win here, but I think this is just to put over Damian Priest. But if Drew won, I wouldn't be mad, and it wouldn't really hurt either of them. Okay, we got flavor text that says one purpose. One purpose. So we're going back to non-omnipotence. One purpose. I think this flavor text is on like 2 cards that are like related to each other. So we'll see if that's true or if I'm remembering the previous one. Io Sky is defending her Women's World Championship against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Bianca won the Elimination Chamber, and then Rhea was the champion, but then Rhea was already scheduled to face Io Sky, and then Io Sky won, and then it was supposed to be Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, but it's really Bianca versus Rhea, and Io isn't really part of it. All 3 of these women are faces, but everyone's been acting like an asshole. Rhea's basically acting like a heel. Io's kind of acting justifiably pissed off at the whole thing. And then Bianca is like, should also be worried about the fact that her tag team partner, Jade, the previous night, is facing Naomi, and but she's got a world title opportunity, so she's kind of not caring about that. Here's the thing about this match. I would not bet against Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is undefeated at WrestleMania. And WWE doesn't have a lot of undefeated at WrestleManias. They certainly don't have they don't have any other women who are undefeated at WrestleMania. Okay, so this might be Rafika the Many. We will go here. It is that piece. Okay. So then this goes like that. That connects there. Hooray. Hey, Meep, welcome. So yeah, I think Bianca Belair, and I think Bianca Belair is going to win that, and that's going to be one of the only babyface wins of the night, if not also Damian Priest. And then maybe I'm wrong and Penta wins, but I don't think Penta wins. But I think Bianca's going to be the good feel-good. She's going to have the belt. She and Jade are both going to have won, and then that might set up Jade wanting to challenge her friend, and we get a friendship fight for the belt. That could happen. That couldn't. I don't know. Because now they'll be on different brands, so maybe that won't happen. We could also see Jade go after Charlotte Flair. And they kind of split up the party. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. All right. A Naga shaman that gets cut off by this thing. The arms here. So I think that's... Yes, that is this little piece over here. So that is part of the tyrant. So... This is going to be hard to find. There's Tanar. So this is going to be next to Tanar and low. It's going to be like here. Because Tanar is the height of that. It's going to be like down here. What is this card supposed to be? I don't even know where this card goes. What card is this? This is going to be one of those things where eventually all of this makes sense. Oh, this is the Sphinx Wizard. So that's actually like over here somewhere. I think. All right. This whole area is messy. Happy Friday Eve. Thank you, Meep. Appreciate that. So yeah, I think Bianca Belair is going to win that. And then our main event, Cody Rhodes defends the undisputed WWE Championship against the evil John Cena. We have no word on if Travis Scott is around. We do know that The Rock is reportedly not going to be there, but also is reportedly maybe going to be there. The Rock has not been advertised for WrestleMania. The Rock and Travis Scott and John Cena are all in a faction together, which does not make any fucking sense. John Cena sold his soul so that The Rock would help him win. Meep says that you're adorable with your magnifying glass and your puzzle. Well, I appreciate that, Meep. Yeah, turns out my eyesight at the ripe old age of 44, my eyesight's not what it used to be. And so instead of doing this with the legend, I have my magnifying glass. All right, so shifting is, I believe, on this side. Is that over here? Yes, it is. It is part of the Sphinx Wizard. So it is related to this card. So Anju, this card goes here. And I think this goes like here. I think that's right. Because it'll be attached to Sphinx Wizard and follow that line there. So I think that's correct. Again, this whole area is a little there. It's more stream-friendly way to go about it. Yes. Just use now, occasionally, my overhead lights might hit the magnifying glass. So my apologies if that does hit you. Hopefully it won't, because my overhead lights are off to the side. And my front-on light shouldn't, unless I'm way up here, my front light shouldn't hit the magnifying glass. But if it does, let me know. For what I was saying there, I think John Cena is going to win the belts. I think that WrestleMania Night 2 is going to end with Cody finished the story last year WrestleMania, and now the new chapter of pulling the poster to your face causes the webcam to disappear you. Yes, that also is terrible. Yes, that's not a good look, because I use the background remover. All right, so how can I figure out this one here? All right, so this has flavor text, you face, and then I think damnation. So we're going to look for flavor text that says you face. Anyway, John Cena will probably lose the belt at like Survivor Series or SummerSlam, but I think that he's going to have his one last run. I think that they could do if they wanted John Cena to turn babyface again, then he would lose here at WrestleMania. But I think they want him to turn babyface towards the end of his year, because this is his last year. This is his retirement year. So I could see either of those things being what they end up doing. I think he should win, because I think Cody chasing him, trying to get that world title back, is better than the alternative, which is Cody Rhodes winning at WrestleMania again, or retaining the belt. I think that's less fun. I think Cody trying to get that belt back is where the money is. And I forgot to say, Braun Breaker will be going after Jey Uso. I think a heel Braun Breaker will think that Jey Uso is a guy he can beat for the world title this year. I do not think that Jey Uso will have a long world title reign, because they're going to want, they don't want CM Punk to go after Jey Uso, but they do want CM Punk to chop down the big tree that is Braun Breaker. I think that CM Punk will get booed taking the belt off Braun Breaker, but I don't think they think that, if that makes any sense. That's my feeling on it. Heel Cena with a belt seems like more fun next few months at least. Yes, I think heel Cena, like vindicated, justified heel Cena, hey, I did this and it worked out. I think that's where the money is. And then eventually he'll turn babyface again when he gets beaten. And look, do I think maybe at SummerSlam Cody beats him? Yeah, I could see that. I don't know who else would beat him other than they run CM Punk versus John Cena, and I kind of don't want that. That feels like something they would at least. That feels like something that some people would pitch. I'll be like, well, we need to have one more time. There are two matches that I personally don't need to see John Cena have this year outside of like a TV match. One of them is CM Punk and the other is Randy Orton. They loved running Randy Orton and John Cena, and I don't want to see that. Okay, I can't find this piece. We're going to go back here. I'm looking for flavor text that says, you face. The two words, you and face. After death, you face paradise, damnation, or Teriel. This is part of our Angel Teriel over here. This piece goes right there. Hell yeah. I did find it. Took a long time, but I did find it. All right. We're looking for a 0-0. We are now going to hunt for 0-0. And that's WrestleMania. There's night one. No changes to night one from what we talked about on Monday. And then night two, we went through tonight. I am watching so much goddamn fucking wrestling this weekend. This week, I should say. And I could watch more. I could watch more than I currently am. Let me get up my my list here of all the wrestling that I am currently watching this week, scheduled wise. Some of it live, some of it later. Let me see here. There it is. Okay. This week I am watching. I watched Dynamite last night. Today I watched the Super Show, which I did not watch all of it, but I watched a bunch of it because some of it was unbelievably bad. It was woofta, and oofta. Butterbean versus Minoru Suzuki with Dan Severn as the special guest enforcer is exactly what you think it would be. And by that I mean not particularly good or interesting. Kind of a fucking nightmare. Why did this happen? And then tonight, after this stream, I watched the replay of Collision. AEW Collision normally runs on Saturday, but they're not because of sports, is what they say. But in reality, they're not running on Saturday because of WrestleMania. So they're running tonight. It's currently on. I'll watch the replay at 11. Tomorrow, the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling show at Vegas is at 2 in the afternoon. I am unavailable to watch that live, so I'm watching that tomorrow night later. And then right after that, I'm going to watch it like basically at 8 p.m. And then directly after that, going into Joey Janela's Spring Break 9 at 10 p.m. Eastern, because that will be, there's a lot of good shit booked for Spring Break. It won't be the clusterfuck, which is the other Joey show, but there will be some fuckery, and it might be awful, but I'm looking forward to it. Lord Crash says, 2 guys poorly trying to wrestle because they have nothing better to do. I mean, Minoru Suzuki fucking rules. He was just taking a paycheck to have a weird exhibition with Butterbean, and Dan Severn can't wrestle or fight, but he took a paycheck as an enforcer, and I don't know why Butterbean did this. But it's a nightmare. And it ends exactly as I had predicted, which is it's not really an ending. All right, we are looking for a card that ends with ONK. So we are looking at every card to find one that ends at ONK. And then we could kind of match the card art. So we're just looking at card names here and looking for one that ends at ONK. We'll do this nice and easy. Go through every card on both sides here. Trying to find that. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. That's I was wrong. We are looking for a card type, a legendary creature that ends in ONK. We are not looking for the name of a card. I got that information wrong. So like not a dragon, but an ONK. So that should be theoretically easier to figure out. There are a lot of dragons here. There's only one Eldrazi, I think. So, like, it's not a beast. It's like ONK. So I should be able to find this. Monk, probably, Lasberg says. Yeah, it should be monk. It should be like human monk. Oh, there's two Eldrazi. My apologies. Elemental, Sphinx Wizard, Vampire Knight. Oop, this is starting to rip apart, but that's okay. It just has to hold out for a little while longer. Avatar. Jin Monk. That's right. It's a Jin Monk. It's over here. It's a connector piece between these two. Oh, okay. Yeah. So sorry. Friday. Yeah. So Friday watching my own replay because it's on. You know, I can just watch it whenever. Why is this not connecting properly? Hold on. Here. There it is. That didn't want to go together, but that is right. Okay. Saturday, watching it live because I am available at 2 p.m. in the afternoon on Saturday. Effie's Big Gay Brunch, and then at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then at 7 p.m. Eastern, WrestleMania Night 1. There is a pre-show. I am not planning on watching the pre-show. Okay, we're looking for a legendary creature that has hexproof. So I am now going to look at every card, the top line of every card for hexproof. I know that obviously there's at least one, but I don't remember which one has hexproof. So now I'm looking for that. I want to say that's Uriel, but I don't remember where Uriel is. So I did not see hexproof anywhere here. Again, this is all messed up, but I'll figure it out when the time comes. Flying. Who has hexproof? Hexproof. It's Uriel. Okay, yes. So this is over here. Does this go here then? That goes. No, that does not go there. Oh, no, yeah, it does. Okay, legendary creature. Okay, now does this go here? It does not. It looked like it did, but if I look closely, these do not go together. Okay, so that still goes there. These two go together. This goes next to that. This is still part of that card. This is still part of that card. Somewhere around here. We'll figure out where and when at another time. That's probably in line like that then. Okay, still a mess up there. And then Sunday, just WrestleMania Night 2. Because of things are on Bloodsport, I'm not watching live. TJPW versus DDT versus GCW, I'm not watching live. I might watch some of those shows on Sunday during the day, just cause. But also, there's a regular Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling show that I do want to watch at some point because there's something unbelievably incredible about TJPW running a show this weekend, despite the fact that they are in. Also, a lot of them are in Vegas. So, all right, we got a legendary creature. I think this is the Eldritch, or Eldrazi. I think I know which card this is. Yes, it's Eldrazi. So that goes over here. Nope, that's one more. There we go. It goes over there. Excellent. So I still have a bunch of pieces here and a bunch of tile pieces over here that all have, like, these are all quote-unquote easy pieces. All right, so this is going to be somewhere around this card here. On this side, I want to say, yes, this is the Harvester. So that is over here. Hell yeah. We got a legendary creature. It says during. Obviously, all these are legendary creatures. But how many cards start with the word during? I don't know. And this is the other, one of the other Eldrazi. There's only so many of those, so I think. This one I might not be able to get right away, but we'll look here. So yeah, I'm watching a bunch of fucking wrestling this week, which is great because I like wrestling. I am not watching the Hall of Fame because I don't enjoy those, particularly WWE Hall of Fame. I will watch the clusterfuck probably at some point. The collective clusterfuck. I'm gonna have Triller Plus for a month, and so I'll go back at my leisure. Oh, this was Eldritch Creature Elemental Avatar. That's what this is. During, yeah. So this is part of this card here. That's this card right there. That's right there. Yay. Vampire. There's only so many vampires. This should be a pretty easy one to figure out where that is. Is that this? It is this. It is the Fiend Seeker. So that's going to be like here. Something like that. Yeah, this seems right. This is a piece there. Okay. Haste. One of these creatures has haste. So let's figure out which one of these friends has haste. Not a lot. No. Let's try over here. I'm impressed by your commitment to the wrestling schedule. I'm barely aware of times, when and where I'm supposed to be, and you've got the next 4 days mapped out. Yeah, so Meep, part of it is that I like to watch, so when I can, I like to watch wrestling with friends. Generally, we time things together. Sometimes people are like, hey, I have this. I'm going to send it out on a Discord or whatever. Other times, we're just in the same chat room. So I try to map out the schedule for WrestleMania of like, hey, here is when I'm going to be watching wrestling. And then if other people like I said, I'm going to watch that TJPW show later, then my friends are probably going to come in and watch that as well with me. Or at least some people are. And then a few people were like, oh, well, one of our friends that normally watches wrestling together with us is at some of those indie shows. So we're also going to watch to see if we can see our friend. Because that's not a fun thing to be like, oh, is he there? All right. Haste. You're over here. So you're going to be this piece here. So we'll put you here. Now, you would go like this then. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Starting to figure this stuff out. But yeah, I also, there's a lot I want to watch, so I'm kind of keeping things organized. And then, unfortunately, the final piece of the puzzle is that I am, this is how my brain works. Like, I love to be organized. I wish I wasn't like this. I wish I didn't have categories of things. I wish that tomorrow I will, I don't have to prep for Saturday's stream because I'm not streaming on Saturday. On Sunday, I will prep for Monday's stream. So on Sunday, I will update any information that is not current. I will, my ongoing streaming document will have what anime I'm going to talk about on Monday and go through all that. I'll update a bunch of things here and there. Like I'm just like that. And for sometimes it's great, but other times it's just like, what if I knew how to relax? What if I could be a little more chill? Like next Tuesday, I'm ready for next Tuesday's stream where I run CPU versus CPU matches in WWE 2K25. Now, I'll probably look for a few more creator wrestlers for that and change some things around over the weekend, but I'm ready. It's Thursday, and my Tuesday stream is prepped. I have to also make sure on Tuesday that the update that sometimes comes on Tuesday or Thursday, if there's an update, I get that going because it'll take a long time for that update to happen. But that means that I can, when that stream is ready to go, I'll be ready, and I won't be like, oh, well, we can't do WWE 2K25 because I didn't download the update. And it's going to take too long because that game is large. It's just, unfortunately, how my fucking brain works. You're ignorant about current wrestling. Last WrestleMania you watched was 6, and you were there in person. Well, fuck yeah, you were 6 then? That's awesome. I mean, going to WrestleMania is fucking cool. A 6-year-old going to WrestleMania sounds rad as heck. All right, we're looking for a 3-3 that the description ends in the word Flash. There are a bunch of 3-3s. Oh, you mean WrestleMania 6? Oh, I thought you meant you were 6 when you went. Oh, okay. WrestleMania 6 is a bit ago, but also, that ain't bad. It wasn't WrestleMania 8, so, could have been worse. Okay, it's this piece. It goes over here. It's part of this card. It goes right there. We're linking stuff together now. Hell yeah. A couple news people. I don't know how other was. Yeah, Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. Hogan, one of the few instances in professional wrestling where Hogan passed the torch. Did he come and take that torch back? Yes, he did. But he did pass it. He did willingly make a guy who was already made, but whatever. He did willingly be like, oh, okay, this is the proper business. This is what I should be doing in this position. Silumgar. We're looking for Okay, that's a Dragon Lord. That's right. It's one of them. It's one of them Dragon Lords. It's over here. You go right there. That's where you go. Hell yeah, you're right there. Let's see. A couple news stories here. Dwarf Fortress has sold 1 million sales on Steam. That's just on Steam. In 3 years. The Kitfox Games is their publisher. They shared the news. Tom and Zach Adams, the brothers from Bay 12 Games, had been developing the game for like 20 years before it came out on Steam 3 years ago in December. So it's like less than 3 years ago. Let's see. Yeah, it used to be kind of like freeware or support or shareware, and then eventually they put out the fucking full thing. Danny O'Dwyer at NoClip has been doing some interviews with them that are really good. And you should check out that interview series if you're interested. Even if you don't want to play the game, it's just good to talk. Those dudes have a lot to say and are seemingly great boys. Okay, so something happened here where this makes me think that this is part of Dusk Rose, but I don't know where this would go. Because it says Dusk Rose. And then when I look at the description of Dusk Rose, does it have the words Dusk Rose in it? It doesn't. So the card... Oh, so that's Black Rose. Apologies. I was looking at the Black Rose, not Dusk Rose. Dusk Rose is a different thing. So I am looking for a card type, a creature type that ends with which I want to say is Knight. Okay, so this is the Dusk Knight then, right? We're looking for a human knight, not that human knight. There must be a, or there's a vampire knight somewhere in here. Spirit, zombie wizard. Yeah, I got confused by this piece. But yeah, I thought that was cool news. I did want to at least put in there. The other cool news is that Panic has paid out over $1 million to developers for the Playdate on their catalog service. That is not including the people that just put stuff out on itch for Playdate and that kind of thing. This is just people who have gone through the Playdate marketplace catalog. Netted developers, apparently they said 289,375 titles have been sold via the digital marketplace, and the developers' share of it is $1,043,186 in payouts. And that is fucking wild. It seems like a lot of people that got the Playdate have put money into the Playdate using the store, and that's lovely to hear. That's just good shit. It's like what you want to hear. All right, so I got to find a knight here. Figure out what card this is. Here. Ends in GHT. Vampire Knight. Is this... Okay, yes. And it mentions... The Dusk Rose. It's the Dusk Rose. Goes over here. Good to see what is mostly hobbyists and small devs. Yes, because a lot of like maybe a medium-sized indie team did like a game for the Playdate as like experimentation or something, or like something like that. But most of the Playdate developers are small teams or solo developers, and hobbyists and all that. So that's really awesome. And of course, the Playdate price is going up soon because some of their manufacturing suddenly got more expensive because they had to change factories when they get it produced. That happened in March. Let's see. And apparently, they are going to have some certified refurbished Playdates for sale at some point. And there's some new games coming out that people can buy and all that. The owners of Destructoid, Prima Games, Twinfinite, Silicon Era, Gamerous Group have done some layoffs across multiple sites. And it looks like the website PC Invasion is pretty much done. And apparently some of those people were new hires, which, first hired, first fired. That certainly happens in this in all industries, including games writing, which is a shame. Okay, so we're looking for a 4 red. We'll look for 4 and a red here. This one might be a little difficult to find, although I might have immediately found it. I need to say that every time because, I immediately found this piece. It goes right there. The FTL devs are making one of the games the new season. Oh, that's nice. And one game is from Viola Davis Production Studio and another game dev. Oh, that's fun. Gamerous laid off 30 people in September. We don't know how many people got laid off on this one. But PC Invasion seems to be gone. And apparently the website no longer works and redirects to Prima Games. That's a real shame. And apparently some of it is on Internet Archive, and some of it is showing up on Prima Games slowly. And then, unfortunately, one more layoff story to take us into the pause of the cause. As part of Niantic selling their company for $3.5 billion, they are laying off 68 employees. Now, unfortunately, you're like, well, yeah, that is the Niantic people taking the hit for the company they sold it to, so the company they sold it to doesn't have to lay people off. Instead, it is lowering the headcount to make things more presentable for that. It is unfortunately a very acknowledged and understood tactic. It doesn't make it any better that this is something that happens a lot, but unfortunately, that is the way of the world. Sell it to Scopely for $3.5 billion, lay some people off so that you have less people showing up there. And of course, the Niantic CEO was like, that's going to make the company more focused by officially operating as a startup organization. Sure. Meep says, I've been off work for a little over a year now. When I start to think about it too hard, it gets upsetting. Never going to work again. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's rough out there. Good luck to you, Meep, on finding something. I did not want to be a guy who gets by mostly on freelance. And that is where I've been at now since 2020. I would love to be hired even part-time and not be a contract worker doing freelance work at a bunch of different places and trying to piece that all together. I would love to not be in that position. But shit's rough out there. It's real rough. It's real rough. All right. So what's going to happen now is I am going to take a pause for the cause. This is my opportunity to talk to you about ways that you can support what I'm doing here. All of these things are optional. You are under no obligation to do any of the things that I'm going to list here. I am just giving you a bunch of opportunities to help me out financially. You being here is the most important thing. You hanging out, chatting, or just lurking, or whatever. You being here for a couple minutes or the whole stream, it's rad. But you don't have to help me out, but if you want to, you can. If you are currently a subscriber to the Build with Bear workshop, now's a great time to throw in the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote if you're a Tier 2 subscriber. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support me financially because you're already here on Twitch. Reminder, if you want to become a subscriber, you can use your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, you can do that. Or you can use Cash Money. Don't do it through the Twitch app on your phone. Do it at a website, Twitch's website, because that way you're not going to be spending extra money that I don't see any of. That just becomes Apple's money. Fuck that. Mjohn's here. Hey, Mjohn. So yeah, if you want to support me financially, you can do that. You could be like Mjohn and gift a sub. We are currently at 35 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up about how many subscribers I have when I hit 40. So if you want to become a subscriber, you could do that. Bits and coins always appreciated. If you want to be the first person to jump and leap to the top of the cheerleading board, you can do that. There are other ways to support me financially, and I'm going to go through those now. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way here, or in my way, better here. I got a Patreon, patreon.com/PatBear, $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. Different rewards for different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon. I have a YouTube channel, and of course, subscribing to my YouTube is free, and I would love it if you did. Over on my YouTube channel, you can find a bunch of different videos. I've got a bi-weekly or bi-monthly series. I've got a weekly series that goes up as shorts. I got a bunch of stuff, a huge archive, years and years of stuff that I think you would like. Check out my YouTube. Now, you could also become a member on YouTube, and for just $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So the video that I put up yesterday for everybody else, some people got to watch it on Tuesday. That could be you. Now, if you want to support me once in a while, because those are monthly, recurring subscriptions, you could always directly support me at Ko-Fi or PayPal. Everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund. And out of that fund, I pull money to buy model kits and Lego sets and a variety of gear and things of that nature. Now, this jigsaw puzzle that I'm currently working on, which I'll pull a piece up from. This jigsaw puzzle. I am working on this jigsaw puzzle because someone bought it off my Amazon wish list. Shout out to Chris. Thank you for this. If you would like to buy something and have it jump the queue and be the next thing that I work on, or have something that's just like, you know, like you just saw there and you thought, oh, I love Pat to work on that, and you get a dedicated YouTube video about me unboxing it, talking about it, you could do that. Here's my Amazon wish list. It's linked in the chat and also in the show description. For VOD watchers on Twitch, hello VOD watchers, you can find this in the chat right now. I have inexpensive Lego sets. I have expensive model kits, inexpensive model kits, kits that are on sale all the time, kits that never seem to be on sale, all kinds of different things and things that I would love to build if you want to buy it for me to build. See if there's something on my wish list that appeals to you, and again, pick it up if you'd like. I've got high grades and a couple master grades that are very expensive, all kinds of things. Right now, everything on my wish list right now is coming from America and is already in America and is not subject to tariffs. We could start seeing stuff on my wish list jump in price as they have been imported from various locations, and suddenly they are starting to be more expensive. They will start to get more expensive. Right now, Amazon hasn't started increasing prices to reflect future problems with that. That could change. Right now, the stuff on my wish list is about the same price as it was previously. I am monitoring these things. I am looking at these things. If they change, I will let you know. I will probably take some things off my wish list if they suddenly become unbelievably expensive for what they are. I will keep track. But I would say this. Yes, Bandai right now, for some location, Bandai is saying that they will eat tariff costs. Who knows for how long they will be able to do that. Some of their competitors are not eating tariff costs, but this is Amazon, and so like sometimes it'll be people who imported some stuff to put it on Amazon to sell, and eventually those people are going to sell it for more because the market is going to go up for model kits and things. That's just unfortunately the way that's going to work. Even if some companies are going to be eating tariffs to import, they'll only do that for so long. Lego already was increasing its prices anyway. Shit's is going to go up. Shit's is going to go up. And so if you want to buy something, let's say that you were thinking that you were going to buy something for me for my birthday in June, which would be fucking lovely. Maybe you want to give me an early birthday present. Maybe you want to do it in April or May. Again, you don't have to, of course, but if you wanted to, if you've been thinking about buying something for me to build on stream, there's never been a better time to do that. My alternative to Amazon is Throne. I like to have an alternative to Amazon because some people just don't want to use Amazon, and I fucking get it, and I appreciate you. And then the most convoluted way to support me financially is to buy a gift card to USA Gundam Store. USA Gundam Store will send you an email with a gift card code. You will then get that gift card code and then copy it and send it to me as a whisper here on Twitch, or a private message on Blue Sky or Mastodon, or I guess right now you still can send messages on Twitter, but who knows for how long. Right now, all of my message requests are people asking, hey, how did you get into streaming, from an account that clearly is going to try to sell me something, or it's people adding me to conversations that are just links to bullshit. That's my Twitter experience right now. It's great. I don't do anything cool on there. I only post information about my streams. Okay, so that's that. If you want to support me, but you can't spend any money, I get that. You being here is great. Hang on my Discord. Join my Discord if you haven't already. I post build photos at the end of every stream. People post stuff they're working on. It's a cool place, and we'd love to have you there. It's very chill. Okay. A couple of video links for you to check out. This episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club has not done particularly well. which is a shame because this kind of anime club video usually does pretty damn well for me. It is my look at all of the isekai that is out this season, in the spring 2025 season. I talk about the ones I'm watching, the ones I might watch, and the ones I'm not going to watch. And those usually do pretty well. And this one hasn't, so if you haven't watched it, please check it out. Have it playing in the background. I don't know. And then this next episode of Kuma Baer, I knew wouldn't do well. And it's okay. It's only been a day. But when I have Japanese words in my titles for the shorts, they don't do as well. So this is, all this month, I'm talking about my favorite shows from the from the winter 2025 season. And so I talked about Soraro Utility, which is a fantastic, lovely series about girls playing golf and having fun. It is a girls doing things show, and it's lovely. And I knew that video wasn't going to do as well as some of my other videos. The previous one did very well. So it's like, what are you going to do? But hopefully it gets picked up. It just gets, it gets sent out to people. I don't know. 2 weeks ago, I did one where it had killing in the title. And that did not do well. So I didn't censor it. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to say I've been unaliving slimes, because that's not the name of the show. What are you going to do? If Kuma Baer, if nobody watches Kuma Baer, it's a bummer, but I really like doing the series, so it's not the end of the world. Anyway, that's it for links and things. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to drink some water. We're going to get back to setting these things in place and doing all that. I'm going to talk about some anime that I've been watching. I'm going to try to remember what happened in episode 2 of Lazarus, because I watched it on Sunday. We'll do my best. And then I'll talk about the latest Gundam episode and Catch Me at the Ballpark. 3 shows on 3 different networks. And we'll do that. But first, we need to dramatically transition back to the overhead camera. And I need to drink a beverage. And I'm going to do that right now. Very good. Needed that beverage. All right. So we're going to talk about some anime here. Boom. Whoop, nope. Oh, wrong button. Here we go. Boom. Lazarus, which is on Adult Swim. Mobile Suit Gundam, GQuuuuuuX on Prime, and Catch Me at the Ballpark on Crunchyroll. 3 anime. I won't go as in depth with these as I do when I'm not doing this stuff, because it's a little hard to juggle everything. All right, we're looking for Partisan. We're looking for Partisan, who I think is like in this area here. I can't remember. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of give you my like overview of, okay, so like something Partisan. All right, I want to say it's over here, but I'm just gonna go through every card looking for it. So Lazarus, this one was like a little bit of explaining what's going on with the organization. Basically, there's the Lazarus team. It's Suicide Squad. They're all people that have been in trouble with the law. It might not be that they might die, but it's all people who've been in trouble with the law. It's a team of people who are kind of thrown together because of that. Their task is to identify and find Dr. Skinner, who might be causing the end of society and the world. Our main guy, Axel, does not want to do this. He's on the run. He does not want to be part of this group. He eventually grabs one of them, and then he's going to hold them hostage, but they do not believe that he is going to kill his hostage. And so he's like, oh, fuck, okay. All right, so this is also part of the shoulder. This is the Undying Partisan. So that I had a piece that was like the shoulder, and that was this. So it's like, we're craving the okay, so this is If Craven is on the second line, Craven is on this line. Is that part of this? No. No. Craven is like up here somewhere. It's like over here somewhere. And then Partisan is going to be next to it and then below it. So Partisan is on line with Ulamog. Okay, so Partisan is on line with Ulamog. So that's like around here, kind of. It's like around here. And then there's a 4 cost that's below that. Something that's below. That's like... I don't remember where this piece is supposed to go. Oh, that's below this. That's like directly below this. And then this is over here. So that's like over here. Okay. All right. This is not perfect. Anyway, the point is Axel has joined this group. Oh, they all have, the reason why it's like Suicide Squad is they all have tracking collars, like bracelets on them that will burn them if they try to like take them off. So, you know, it's not, they're all doing it, but they're all like loving it. Okay, so it's a legendary creature that has flavor text that starts with A, with the name. So we're going to look for flavor text that starts with a name. Oh, it's part of this one. It's right over here. Hooray. Goes right there. We love that, friends. All right, we are looking for a rhino soldier. I don't remember which card is a rhino soldier, but we'll figure that out. Fungus, human, knight, humans, beast. Rhino soldier. I don't remember that card. Find it over here. Anyway, a big part of this is they think that Dr. Skinner is in a bunker in Arizona, so they track it down, and then some of them go to an office where like the company that like runs these bunkers is that. Turns out the guy that they see a guy in there, turns out that's Mr. Kobayashi, who like sold the bunker to Dr. Skinner, but he was just hiding out. He had debts. And so he was hiding out in this bunker. So that was a dead end. But it did mean that we had like agents from Mexico and Russia were also there. So it's like this is an international thing. Like a lot of people are looking for Dr. Skinner, not just the Lazarus group, which I found to be interesting. Okay. Oh, it's Rune. I forgot that Rune of the Hidden Realm is a rhino. Rune's a rhino. That goes right there. I forgot about Rune. Rishkar. We got Rishkar. I don't remember where Rishkar is. We'll find Rishkar. Was there anything else? Oh, so it's not that he's not there. Also, the hacker in the group thinks that thinks that they found Skinner. Never forget about Rune. Indeed. They think like, oh, we found Skinner using technology. Turns out somebody, maybe Dr. Skinner, is digitally altering people's faces on the net and in photos and videos to look like Dr. Skinner. So you can't trust any of the video, which is kind of fucking cool. That's kind of cool, fun future tech. That somebody is like making it so that it looks like he's in a bunch of places, so that is probably easier for him to hide. Rishkar's over here, and I thought that was kind of neat. My description of Lazarus so far has been all vibes, but it's good vibes. Like the action looks really good. The characters don't really have a lot going for them in 2 episodes yet. Axel is probably the person we know the most about. But like I said, even though it's just vibes, the vibes are fucking sweet. Right now, you know, I'm watching it dubbed on Adult Swim. I hope someday I can watch it subtitled somewhere. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I'd like to. Okay, so we got to do, Uriel is a 5/5. So that's going to be this card here, this piece here. Connects those. Now, what's this 5-6? What is this 5-6 that's on the top line? Oh, that's this card is a 5-6. Oh, okay, so that goes here. Okay, so that card like lives like there, basically. All right. I'm starting to figure this out. Yeah, there'll be a piece there that I guess locks some stuff together. Okay, we'll figure this all out. All right, we got a card here that says his name means. So we are now looking for flavor text that says his name means. While I tell you a little bit about our new Gundam series. New Gundam series here. This is the flashback, because we saw the Red Gundam in the first episode that kind of said, like, hey, this is what's going on in the show and all this other stuff. This second episode explains what the Red Gundam is. It's a stolen Gundam that Char stole. Char stole a Gundam, and also a one of the warships, a white base, renamed it. So if you hear Sodom or Soden is the white base. Red Gundam is the Gundam. So the Gundam we saw in the first episode, Char stole and then gave to somebody. Oh, Char also put in the Psychomu, the kind of like cool like thing for new types in there. He put that in there apparently, which is why the person who was piloting it couldn't use it, right? Because they weren't meant to use it. All right, his name means. We're looking for the flavor text. His name means. The flavor text, his name means. And it's got some sparklies on it. So. Opinions. My child grew. All no evil. His centuries long. Flavor text, his name means. No, not there. Okay, we're now going to go to the other one here. So yeah, this was just like flashback stuff. We got to see Char. His name means. There it is. This is this card here. It's this piece right there. And then does this lock into here? It does. Does this lock into here? It does. Hell yeah, look at that. That feels real good, y'all. Locking these pieces in feels great. All right. That one's going to be difficult. So I'm going to wait on that. Okay, so now we're looking for flavor text that says in which every or something. So we are looking for the flavor text in which. We're going to look for that. On the second line, in which. There. The second line, flavor text in which. Okay, so Federation. Oh yeah, that's how Bull got it as the wingman. Federation and Zeon have pushed in there. Zeon. There was a part where, hey, guess what? Weirdly enough, the Federation was going to crash an asteroid base. And then Char volunteered to take part in a mission to divert Solomon, but he was really going to sabotage it, so it happened. But then he runs into his sister, and so that foils what he was going to do. And that leads to the peace that we're currently living with. And that is also, he disappears, and most of Solomon disappears as well. So we don't know what happened to Char, but he just kind of disappears in a big white light, which leads to Bull ending looking for Char, which brought him to side 6, which is where we basically what happened in the first episode. This was the stuff that led up to what happened in the first episode. If that made any sense, I apologize if it didn't make any sense. In which, okay, so this is part of Uriel. This is a piece that goes right here. All right, I am now. We are now connected outside of a border frame. We are now connected here on our top cards all the way across. This is now completely connected. We do not have that anywhere else other than the frame. This feels really, this right here, this feels fucking great. I'm stoked about this. That's awesome. I love that. I love that for us. I love that for me. All right. We are looking at the cat dragon. I know who the cat dragon is. You're over here. You're the queen. So you are this piece right here. I know where the cat dragon is. There's only one cat dragon on this board. Okay. This is a card that starts with the letter I. So we're looking for that. Anyway, this show still has style. It was all flashback stuff, but it was Char. I'm still enamored with this. I can't wait for episode 3. They really compressed down the back half of the story, says Lashbrook. This was a solid hour in the movie. Real excited they redid the OG Gundam commercial bumpers, though. Yes. Yes. Again, I'm not going through every moment of stuff, but yes. I have not seen the movie, but yes, I have heard from other people that the movie, because it is a movie, spends more time on this particular stuff in the episode, but whatever, it's still there. Okay, so this is INTE. We're going to find one that starts with INTE, the something or other. And this is the beginning of the card, so it should be the beginning of the card. The Dreamer or something like that. Again, not in alphabetical order, so I can't just go to I, which would have been easier. Okay. Yeah, I'm still enamored with this Gundam. Okay, oh, here it is. Yes, Intet the Dreamer. This is part of Intet the Dreamer, which is right here. There it goes. Great, we got that connected. All right, Catch Me at the Ballpark, episode 3 of Catch Me at the Ballpark. Another 3-story. A large chunk of this episode is about a baseball player. We have seen the wife of another baseball player in the second episode. We are now dealing with this minor league ballpark. We have a guy who used to be in Major League Baseball in the United States, but he is now kind of washed up from his time, and now he is part of the Motor Sons. But he's like, I'm only going to be here long enough to like get some, score some runs, and then I'm going to. Okay, so it says minions rise from there. We're looking for the flavor text that says minions rise from there. So he's just going to get some runs and he's going to like head back, score up. He wants to get back to the major leagues. He's not interested in hanging out in Japan. I should say this character's name is Dennis Young. He looks vaguely Spanish, like vaguely Latino. He is voiced by a Japanese voice actor who does talk in Japanese because he's communicating. So he's a guy that apparently knows some amount of Japanese, but his internal thoughts are often a mix of English and Japanese. And yes, he has a Japanese accent when he speaks English. And yes, it sucks. My least favorite character because of that. It is funny. It's just not meant to be funny. There are enough look, first of all, there are a lot of Japanese folks that can speak English without a Japanese accent. There are a lot of people that can pull off an American accent that sounds good. And there are also Americans and Canadians and European folks that live in Japan and are fucking voice actors. So I know this show definitely does not have any fucking money, but But this really bummed me out. It made me laugh, but it also bummed me out that this fucking dude sounds the way he does. Because I was like, what are we doing here? All right, so this goes here then. That's where it goes. Great. Should have gotten Tom Selleck. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, also you could do the thing that happens sometimes where non-actors get hired to be actors. Simone Yetch, who is she makes the Bad Robots. She does a bunch of stuff. She worked at Tested for a while. She's great. She was an actress when she was a child because she was living in a country. I think it was Japan. It might not have been Japan. My apologies. It might have been Korea. I can't remember. But she was living abroad because she ended up being an actress because they were looking for a blonde girl that spoke English, which was her second language. But it still works. Like, you can do it. Anyway, basically, he spots Ruriko. Ruriko is our Garu beer seller. She is ostensibly our main character. He spots her in the crowd, and he's smitten with her. And first, he gets distracted, and then he gets motivated. So that's going to be a through line here, I guess, is... okay, so we got a legendary that starts with the words this. So we're going to now look at every fucking card for the word this to start off. We're going to look for a card that starts with the word this that has a little bit of blue right above it. We could also just look for a card that has blue at the bottom, but we're looking for both here. All right, this spell, that's not the right one. It says this. It is a... Okay, yeah, it's a legendary. This is the Eldrazi. It goes right here. Hell yeah. So that's the first story. It's most of it. Again, the fact that he speaks English with he's clearly a Japanese voice actor. All right, so this is legendary. It starts with, I think this, yeah. It starts with an E here. They're all legendaries. I know they're all legendaries. I want to say this starts with Exalted. I'm just making a Mr. Baseball. Yes, Lord Crashton said, I know that they should have gotten Tom Selleck, that you're talking about Mr. Baseball. This is a Mr. Baseball scenario. One must also remember that Mr. Baseball is loosely based on a true story, or it is inspired by American baseball players who are, instead of retiring from baseball, go to play in Japan for quote unquote easy money, some of whom hope that they can then go back to the major leagues. Instead of they don't want to go to minor league ball in America because they're big enough that they don't want to they don't want the disrespect of going down to a minor league team. They think that, so instead they go to Japan. EX, I need a card. Exile. Oh, is it Exile? Text. No, it's not Exile. I thought maybe it was Exile. Menace. Flying. Death Touch. And one recently that was disgraced and shunned by MLB and hoped to play in Japan until he could return. Yes. So that does happen. And so, yeah, so that's the main part of the story. It's funny that he, like, gets inspired to be better, to try harder. Also, he is exalted. This is Exalted. He also is thinking maybe he'll want to stick around for a little while because he saw a in her 20s girl. The second story fucking rules. It's all about Sun Shiro, because they are the Motor Sons, and their mascot is a big sun guy. And it's all about how the mascot rules. So this mascot doesn't just cheer and get the crowd going. He gives advice to baseball players. He's talking to fans. He's talking backstage. He he catches a home run ball and gives it to Miku. You may remember Miku from the first episode. She's the little girl who got separated from her parents. And there's the old man that is the security guy. So that guy helped her out. Yeah, he talks with him. There's a scene where he's joking around with Dennis, and apparently the mascot speaks English. And so they're joking around, and he's making Dennis feel more at home on the team. This mascot is like the heart of the whole thing, and I love this. And the episode, that part of the episode ends with Ruriko thinking, I think that might be my mom, which is hilarious because I couldn't tell if that was like, oh, they're playing up the fact that this is like a that like there's like a mom vibe to it, or it is actually Ruriko's mom, but nobody knows because apparently no one has seen the mascot outside of the costume, including employees. And this little bit of world building, like, look, this season is fucking stacked. There's so much action. There's so much shonen. There's fantasy stuff. There's not a lot of romance, but there's some good romance stuff happening this season. There's comedy stuff. There's comedy romance. Aharon-san no Wakahare season 2 is out there. There's a lot of good shit. But also, Catch Me at the Ballpark is very fucking fun and watchable. The third story, which is very short, is Murata is bummed out and he's overworked. He's the guy that comes to the ballpark that he and Ruriko are flirting. He's our audience surrogate, I guess. Living the dream of flirting with a girl. Okay, search is endless. So search is ended. Okay, we're looking for flavor text that says search is end. With other words. In the third one, she wants to in one game sell 150 drinks. So that's her goal, is in one game to sell 150 drinks. And anyway, Ruriko teases Murata because she's, one, she's doing her job to sell drinks, and two, I think she likes him. Okay, so the search is ended. Is the flavor text we're looking for. Okay. Nothing there. But apparently they're encouraging each other. And it's a nice little sweet moment. It's my least favorite part of the whole show is the part where the guy who comes to baseball has a crush on the girl, and the girl whose job it is to sell things that kind of doesn't want to be a flirt and also doesn't really know how to be a flirt. He's also maybe got a crush on this dude, and it's the least fun part of the whole thing. Search. All right, I did not find the words I'm looking for, so now I got to go through again. Search. Flavor text that says search. Here it is. It goes right here. Booyah. This is looking good. This is starting to look real good. We are now down to the dregs of the I think I can figure these out pile, so I'm going to combine them. Anyway, Catch Me at the Ballpark. Like I said, this is a fucking stacked season, but I think Catch Me at the Ballpark is really fun, and especially if they start doing more world building with like more stuff with the mascot, with Dennis, with the security guards, with the other characters that are not the people that flirt with Ruriko. Like even the second episode where we had the guys who were like maybe going to be scummy, but she just like shot them down immediately and made them better dudes, and also made them help her set up an knockoff Instagram account. Like if we get more of that, I think we're good. All right, so this is a 2. 2 and so this we can find. So that's basically it for me talking about what I've been watching. On Monday, I will talk about Once Upon a Witch's Death, which I think I'm going to keep watching, and Rock is a Lady's Modesty. I'll talk about those two on Monday, because no stream on Saturday. Reminder, friends, no stream on Saturday. I'm taking Saturday off to watch to watch the grapples, the wrestle graps on there. So I'll be doing that. Let me see here. Put this here. Hold on. I'm going to put this, that, refresh that. Going to put the other one there. Then we'll pop that open. Great. Sorry. Figuring stuff out here. Trying to get things together so I can watch the wrestling on at 11 p.m. All right, so I need 2 here. Oh, now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? Are you watching any anime? Are you watching any TV shows? Catching up on any movies? Did you see Minecraft? Did you go see the Minecraft movie? What do you got going on? What are you up to? What are you into? What are you reading? What are you playing? Let me know. On Tuesday, I played Hearthstone, and it was one of the most nights of Hearthstone I've ever had on stream, where I won 3 games, and then lost 7 games, and then won 2 games. It was 7 losses in a row, and I was starting to get fucking salty, because I was losing to, like, garbage, like, weird bullshit decks. And yes, I was playing weird decks, but I was losing to real trash decks, doing some pure bullshit. And I was very frustrated with that. Oh, this is a meal. Great. This goes over here. It goes right there. Hooray. So yeah, I was getting pretty fucking salty yesterday or Tuesday, but I did have fun. I'm happy I got to play some Hearthstone. I have not played any of the free bonus stage, the Muckingham File stage that came out for Power Wash Simulator today. Have not been able to play that. I'm going to play a little of that tomorrow. In between wrestling stuff, I'll be playing that. Minds. So, minds and thoughts on this card with a red border. We are looking for flavor text that says minds and thoughts, and the border has some red in it. Flavor text that says minds and thoughts. We're looking for that. But yeah, let me know in chat what you're up to, what you're doing, what you got going on. If you're looking forward to things on this weekend, you can always tell me that. Obviously you're not going to be here with me on Saturday, but if you got weekend plans, I like hearing about those things. Alone, no, I need flavor text that has minds and thoughts in it at the very end of it. So we're looking for that. Minds and thoughts. But yeah, so I will do some Power Wash Simulator. I might do it tomorrow before Jeff Gersman streams, depending on my schedule and what I get going on. But I think I might be. Okay, here we go. This is part of Arjun. This is part of Arjun. It goes right there. Great. But yeah, so I might be able to play some of that. We'll see. Hey, Aristovan. Lord Crash says, I played the new Desert Parlor job in Power Simulator, which is a very fun place to clean with a lot of cute and fun details to it. Yeah, I haven't checked it out, as I said, but I want to. Okay, so, Rurik Thar. Rurik Thar is here. This is part of Rurik Thar. So that's going to be this piece that goes right there. Hell yeah, it does. But yeah, I can't wait to check that out. Lastwork says, now that it's aired, I can say I've been sporadically watching the 79 Gundam since seeing the movie. Just finished it recently, and it's fun to see exactly what they stole from the series. I mean, stole, inspired by, it's all Gundam. You can tell exactly the point where their episode order got cut short. Arisfan says, recently I've been spending a lot of time with Final Fantasy 14. I've also worked on my way through Blueprints. I'm looking forward to Expedition 33 next week. Yeah, I've heard very good things about Expedition 33. I don't plan on picking it up, but I've heard very good things. I've been playing some Marvel Rivals with the crew. The crew and I are having a good time with the Marvel Rivals. What is this? Okay. Assassin? Thrax. Where is Thrax? I don't know where this goes. I want to say this is a card that's like covered here with the fucking particle effects that makes it hard to read the cards. This piece might be very difficult. I might have bitten off more than I can chew with this one here. Defending thorax. All right, I'm going to put this in the this is hard pile. Well, that's cool, Lashbrook. And Aristophan and Lord Crashington. Thank you for cheering. Also, hi, Aristophan, as I said. Okay. We got a 4 that is blue, or 4 and a green, I should say, underneath the 3/5. So let's look for a 3/5, and then underneath that 3/5, there's something that is a 4 cost. So we'll look for a 3/5. Did not find a 3/5 anywhere on this side. We'll look on the other half of this page here. For me, anyway, as I said, I got a lot of wrestling to watch this weekend. I'm looking forward to all of it. And then the stuff I don't get to, I'm going to have Triller Plus for a month. Oh, we dropped down to 29 subscribers. That was when this is now 30 days removed from a bunch of gifted subs we had on a Thursday. 31 days removed. So that was coming. I knew that was coming. But we'll still try to get back up to 40. Oh, this is over here. This card is going to be right there. That piece is going to go right there. Hell yeah. All right. Let's see if any of these appear to be easy, because I don't, I like ones that are on the sides here. Okay, so this one has we're looking for a card that has vigilance. That should be pretty easy to find. I only think there's there might be only 2 cards here that have vigilance. So is the very start of a card that has the word vigilance in there. We should be able to find that pretty easily. Haste, hexproof, flying, exalted, flying. Okay, we'll try the other side here. Vigilance, trample. Well, some of them do have vigilance, but I don't think it's that card. It's Rurik. Okay, so it's over here where Rurik lives. It's this piece right here. Hooray! It was right there. Sorry. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching a bunch of wrestle graps this weekend and hanging out. I'll of course prep for Monday's stream and all of those things. Okay, so we were looking for a card that has at least some of a red border and says sorcery spells that you cast. So this is not going to be the easiest card to find unless it is, and it's unless it goes right here. That's why I keep saying that this is going to be hard to make it not hard. So that way I'm a liar. Love that. Love being a liar. Exile 2 creatures to the graveyard. This is a card where you exile 2 creatures to the graveyard. Zombie creature. So I'm looking for a card that says zombie creature at the very bottom of it. No flavor text. Just ends with zombie creature. No flavor text. It says zombie creature at the bottom left of the card. See if we can find that. Such a liar. I know, right? Eat me. Okay. Lots of flavor text on these cards. Zombie creature. Okay, zombie creature token. It's Lich Queen. It goes over here. Yeah. I'm just looking for cards that might be kind of easy to do here. Pieces. Flying. We're looking for a legendary creature that starts with flying, comma, something else. So it does, because some of these cards have flying, but this has flying and also something else. Sorry, my nose is itching, and I've been trying to scratch it in a way that wasn't like gross. Flying. Is this flying death touch? When? No, it wouldn't be that card. It's going to be flying, comma. Flying, comma. Flying vigilance. Is this Teriel over here? No, this is not that card because this does not fit there. Oh, we also have it. It's already there. So we already had a flying comma. So we'll look on the other side. See if it shows up there. Haste, flex blue, flying, but no comma. Flying, no comma. Flying trample. Is this part of Cat Dragon? It is. It's part of Cat Dragon. It goes right there. Love it. Excuse me. I'm going to drink a little bit of water here. I'm down to 29 subscribers. It's okay. 29 is more than 20. I don't know if you know that. All right. We got a gray card here. This is a Kulzek. I kind of remember where that card lives. Yeah, that's the butcher down here. That piece goes right here. You can't, oh, you can kind of see it. It's right there. Great. That was easy to figure out. All right. We've got a card that says gave, checks out. Indeed. A card that is the name of the card here. So yeah, starts with the name of the card, GAVE. So I can find the name of that card. Then I should be able to find the card in question. Should be able to. Ah, yes, gave. Guru Spores. Spore Guru. There it is. This says Cat Dragon in it. So that's got to be this piece right here. The old Cat Dragon. Dragging that cat. Cat Dragon. All right, this says other creatures, counters. Nope, that's not text that's gonna, there's no easy editing there. You have Death Throne. This is one of the cards where there's flavor text at the top. It's not flavor text, but there's like rules text that is in italics. There's only so many cards that do rules text in italics, so we theoretically can figure that one out pretty easy. It is not that card because that card is filled out. Okay, this could be Black Rose. This could be a Black Rose piece. Does it go right there? It does. It's one of those. Great. It's part of the Black Rose. You'll love to see it. And on that victory, we now have only a couple of these left that I can find here, and then we're going to get into the pieces that are card art, and we'll try that, and a few other ones that just have some words. And so this is going to be a lot of looking at, like, trying to match, like, okay, that's, like, this piece goes here, somewhere around here, right? This is definitely part of Judith, so that... Hey, guess what? I got that piece in. That's Judith. I can tell that's Judith. I should look at, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get it. I should look to see how much a Judith the Scourge Diva card costs. A single of Judith. It's a legendary, but who knows? Maybe Judith is not that popular. But that is the card I am most drawn to in this. So I should check out how much it would be to get myself a Judith. But that's for another day. I shouldn't be thinking about buying cards. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the stream tonight. We are going to go on a raid. That is how we end every stream around here. We're going to go find somebody doing cool shit and go hang out with them. Reminder, no stream on Saturday. Next stream will be on Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Continuing to do this. Yeah, have a good night, Restaurant indeed. Let's see. Oh, I think he's going to wrap up. I think we are going to go hang out with Arthur Geese. Arthur Geese house guest has left, and so Arthur can stream again. Apparently, Arthur had to take some time off. Arthur is playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I'm excited to hang out a little bit in there before I watch the professional wrestling. So we'll go hang out with Arthur. I hope you come along on this raid. And I hope you come back on Monday. Again, no stream on Saturday, but I'll be back on Monday, continuing to work on this. I hope you'll come along on this raid tonight because Arthur's good people. Assassin's Creed Shadows seems fun, and he's good at playing Assassin's Creed games. And yeah, enjoy your weekend. If you're watching the pro wrestling, have fun watching that. If you're not and you're doing anything, whatever you're doing, have fun. And hope to see you back on Monday. Thanks for being here. I'll talk to y'all soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.